So here is the paper bag that you're going to use. Now this is a smaller one, and probably I'm thinking you could probably only do two uses. The other ones you can get 3. So what you're going to do first is get paper, right? And you're going to just basically put the paper in here. And the whole idea behind the paper is to make, you know, a more absorbent, resistant bottom, right, and sides. So by putting in the newspaper in here, you're just thickening up and you're getting rid of your newspaper, right, on there. So let's do that. So it looks like this, right? Now what you can do, I'm thinking about what I should do next. I'm thinking what I'm going to put on next is either sand down here, right, for a base. Sand is absorbent, so that's even something else to help absorb. So you want to put some sand, I'm thinking, down first. And then on top of that, you're going to do your brown leaves. And then on top of that, your kitchen waste. So you've got the paper along the side. The paper is just to help add additional absorbent. And now you just put down your sand. Ideally, if you can get some sand with worms in it, if you can get compost, you know, like the sand that has humus, that's a nice layer. Now what's going to happen is here is the worms are going to be able to use the sand to get down there to live in there, and they're going to mix it all up. They're going to churn and go down and mix it. So once you have that down, what you can do is next add some leaves. There you go. We've added the leaves in there, the brown leaves. They're easy to get this time of year. If you want, you could put some green leaves down here, brown and green. The key to a good compost is moisture, brown and green. And I can put a little bit more. And what I'm going to do now is actually put on my food waste. This is my kitchen waste that I've had hanging, and I just put all my kitchen waste in there. And that's what I'm going to put on top now. And there is the kitchen waste pushed down, eggshells, everything else in there. Let's get all this stuff that made the biwa. There's a little biwa, I'm ready to see the biwa leaf in there. There's a biwa. So that is ready. And it's ready for your feces, to create Humanure. So right here is a composting toilet, and basically you're going to repeat the process. You're going to poop, and I've got videos on that. Basically you just sit on the ground here, between the tub and that, and you just sit your bum. Your bum will fit nicely in here, nicely. And you really don't want to pee in there, so it's only for poop. If you need to pee before you poop. That's one way to deal with it. Or have your jug with you. And then what you're going to do is put the sand on top, and then you're going to put the, I'm sorry, not the sand, the brown leaves on top, and then you can put the sand on top of that, and then put the brown leaves on top of that. So you're doing brown leaves, sand, brown leaves, poop. So yeah, and this will compress down. You can get probably 2 out of this. You're about halfway there for your first one, then you do your second one, and I put a little bit too much sand in here, but that's kind of cool. And finally, it's crucial to put a flat bag on it, just to keep flies, to keep everything out, to wrap it up. I've got videos on that. Use the ties to basically wrap around the side and do a shoelace. And actually right now I'm not using it. What I can do with this is going to go in the kitchen for my kitchen waste. So I can keep using this for kitchen waste now that it's set up. And I'm going to set up another one here and have it ready to go. And that way you can just have them ready to go with the sand and the leaves, and you know, you know, you need about 3 of these a week, depending on the size. Obviously 3 or 4. So, and you're just going to see my other video where you just bury it deep and you put a tree seedling on top of it, and then it's good to go. So this is the second one I just set up, but I actually did a better job with the newspaper. Get the newspaper all the way to the top, like that. Really good. I like this one a lot better. I put the sides in first, then I put the bottoms in, and then I put more sides in. I think that's the best way. I could put some more on the bottom here too if I wanted to. Be generous with the newspaper. Obviously you've got always lots of newspapers. If you're like me, if you get a newspaper, it's a great way to recycle your newspapers, put it into your compost. And there's no rules. This one here, I'm not putting sand on the bottom. I didn't have any on with me, so I just put the brown leaves. The whole idea of composting is mixing brown with green and creating basically a climate for your bacteria to burn. And this is all going to get, as moisture gets down there, it's going to cook in here. Think this is a little oven. It's going to cook, and it's just going to eat everything up, burn it all up, and break it all down. And the worms are going to go down there and eat it all and mix it all up and create some amazing, amazing soil. So I have one ready to go there. That one's got the kitchen waste and everything. That's ready. And the new one for the kitchen waste is right there. And the cover helps to keep any flies and other things out of the kitchen waste. Give you an update of what I've got going on here. This is the head of a daikon, Japanese radish that I bought in the store. It's growing up nicely. I just have it in some water. And it's going well. Here's this onion. This onion's ready to be planted. Cut this and use this for breakfast this morning. That's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to grow these herbs and stuff I bought at the grocery store, and maybe this mint's going to take. This other stuff doesn't look so good. In here I just have a little soil. I'm putting some seeds in there and stuff. It's kind of moist, it's warm. This is dates, and this is basically grape seeds. So you can have a little bit of bed with moist covered Tupperware with some sand. You can just stick the seeds in there. If you see them start to grow, you can transplant them anything else. You can see the humidity in there. On there, this is some more rich stuff. So this is my little kind of garden, trying to bring stuff around, and that's it. This is part of living sustainably. What I call my Foundups lifestyle. It's about doing things that basically help save our planet, its living systems, and ultimately sharing the knowledge that I'm learning, that I'm doing with you through videos like this, in order to encourage you to take what I've learned, improve on it, and share it and help the planet. The only way we're going to save our planet is for us to do it ourselves. And I believe Foundups is the way to do it. Ideas for saving our planet locally, funded globally through a Foundup fund that you can set up on Patreon right now, but in the future you'll be able to set up on Foundups.com. And once we get enough stakeholders and patrons and we have enough money, we can code out the development of it. It's an ongoing crowdfunding campaign, and ultimately, you and I have to take responsibility of the planet. Today, I'm going to make biwa tea. So you can watch my next video on how I'm going to make it, and I'm using this old Brie filter. This is some tea in there, and I double filter the water. I filter it through here, I cook it, and I'm actually going to take this, I'm going to grind it down, and I'm going to actually make a cream to put on my father's. I'm using a shampoo, cream, kind of conditioner for it. So check out the next video.